Hey, what's up? It's 3 in the morning. We've been drinking beers and watching Breaking Bad, and we've always talked about being a podcast. So we're gonna start Bottle Buddies tonight.
Yeah.
My name's Mason.
And I'm Curtis, so let's get this thing rolling.
Yeah, we just like to get on here, and we don't really know what we're gonna be doing in the future, but we just like to get on here and talk about whatever we want to talk about. We were EMT partners for God, how long?
Almost 2 years.
2 years. And all we would do for 12 hours a day is drive in the great city of Indianapolis where there's so much to do and talk about what we saw and just what we were doing.
Yeah, I'll say we're just having some fun, drinking some beers, talking about whatever the fuck we want to talk about, and
we're going to have themes and stuff, but all we do when we have time is just sit over here and drink beers and watch stuff on Netflix, so we figured we can record the conversation.
Yeah, why not record it, definitely.
How you like Breaking Bad?
Oh, my God. So I think I started what's today? Technically Thursday. So I started watching it Monday night, I think.
Yeah.
And it, oh my God. I'm instantly like fucking addicted. Hard.
It's the best show you've ever seen.
I think I watched the first, I watched the whole first season, and I watched maybe a third of the second season in the first night. So, I mean, and they're what, like 47-minute episodes. So, yeah, I just straight demolished the first season. And
Curtis, let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
What year is it?
It is 2019. I know. I'm, what is it? Because Breaking Bad ended, what, 2012, 2013, something like that?
My thing is, and I will just say this until the day you die or the day I die, whatever comes first. You're one of the oddest people I've ever met.
Why is that?
You're just so behind.
Yeah.
How's that? Do you have an Instagram account?
I don't.
How about Twitter?
Nope.
Facebook?
Nope.
Yeah. What's your phone background?
What do you mean my phone background?
What's the background on your phone? The home screen?
It's literally a blank black screen.
What was it before that?
A blank blue screen.
You're so fucking boring. He's like, it's just, what do you do?
Just, I just go to work.
Watch Breaking Bad in 2019. That's what you do.
Definitely. I mean, I was watching, I think it was the Joe Rogan podcast. It was, he had, Brian Cullen, I think his name is.
Mm-hmm.
He's a comedian. He was on Mad TV for a while. And he was talking about some shows or some acting or maybe some specials, and maybe it wasn't him. Maybe I'm totally off. That must be at least 1% correct.
At least one. Don't quote us on that. That's probably 1%.
But
correct.
they were talking about how much time you have to give people to watch these things, and because he had mentioned something on someone else's podcast or a interview or something where. Like, he was talking about it openly, and someone was like, whoa, spoiler alert. And it's like, it's 2019, brother. Like, that show was off the air like 6 or 7 years ago. Like, how long do I have to wait for you to fucking watch it?
Well, at least I didn't spoil The Office for you.
I mean, that's true. Shit, that's another show. I just finished that, like, what, a month and a half ago?
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, come to think of it, not only did you not see Breaking Bad, you didn't see The Office, which I don't have room to talk. Me and my wife just watched that. But you also don't watch Game of Thrones.
I don't like it. I mean, I don't... Do you have to pay for HBO or some shit?
Are you poor?
I mean...
The rest of the world can't afford it.
I don't feel like paying for TV. I don't have cable.
You're paying for Netflix.
Well, not really. It's Katie's mom's account, so we were those Netflix moochers.
I have an HBO account. You just don't have the time to watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Well, I'll say, how long are those episodes?
Like an hour to 90 minutes.
See, for some reason, I picture those episodes being like 2 hours long. Like
Really?
It's like a movie every single episode.
It has a dick.
Yeah, I mean...
Uncensored penis.
Yeah, Dicks and Dragons,
They're
man.
not hard. No, but not only that, you also are not part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe fan club.
Oh, hold on. The fan club, no. Definitely not. I mean, I watch them. I watch the Marvel movies. Maybe, I mean, I've seen 1 or 2 of them in theaters, but most of the time I don't ever watch them. I haven't seen Black Panther.
Well, that makes you racist.
Sure, okay. Yeah, that's debatable, but all right.
It's not.
But no, I think I think I saw a couple of the new Spider-Mans.
There's one.
It's sure. See, that's how much I know about it.
See, have you seen Infinity War?
No.
Okay.
I watched Civil War.
That's good.
I think that's what it was.
Okay.
And then we watched
Ragnarok
together.
That was fun.
That was a really good movie.
Well, then what's your, since you're not part of the greatest thing that's ever happened in movies history, what's your favorite movie franchise?
Anything Quentin Tarantino makes.
Okay.
For sure. Because I think he's, he made The Hateful Eight, and I believe part of that title, and this might be totally conspiracy or, fan fiction or whatever, but I think part of the reason they named it The Hateful Eight was because I don't know if there was 8 people in that motel or the hotel or whatever the fuck that was. The cabin.
I hope so.
I don't know if there's 8 people. There might have been. I didn't really count. But I think part of the reason was because that was the 8th movie that hit, like his big movie. Like the first one was Reservoir Dogs, and then I think it was Jackie Brown or something like that. And then it progressed. I think that was his 8th big film that he did. And that might be like 1% correct, but
is that the movie? God, there's a movie. I believe it's that one where they have a prop guitar that they're supposed to break.
For what movie?
I believe it's The Hateful Eight. I could be completely wrong, but I believe it's one of Quentin Tarantino's movies.
Yeah,
excuse me.
Yeah,
where like you can look it up. It's like a blooper. If no one's seen it, it's fucking incredible.
Well, that makes sense as to why I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah,
no one's seen it.
No, it's like kind of a well-known movie fact, but like you can see it in the film, and it's a Hateful Eight. If I don't see the movie. Apparently, it's one of your favorite movies because it's Quentin Tarantino.
No. I didn't say that's one of my favorite movies. I'm saying that you said what are my favorite movie franchises.
Oh, okay.
Anything made by Quentin Tarantino, I think, in my opinion, is a really great film.
Yeah. No, but like I believe in one of his movies, they destroyed an actual like antique historical guitar. Yeah, and they were supposed to use a prop. There's like this one scene where he smashes it, and he was supposed, it would be like, I'm gonna smash this guitar, and then like they were supposed to cut the scene, give him the prop guitar, and then have him smash the guitar, and he just went forward, and like you can see it on the actress's face that's watching him do it. She flips the fuck out. Oh god, like it's so much fun.
That's got to be awful. Well, for the whoever.
I think the museum or whatever that loaned out historical like instruments after that, they
it's like no,
they're never.
We can't do this anymore.
Like
that's fair.
Yeah, I mean that's a little fucked, but who knows? Maybe that's an urban legend.
Yeah. I'll say that might be 1% correct.
Yeah,
I just keep saying that. I know it's.
I mean, it will make it a shirt.
Yeah, that's got to be at least 1% correct.
God damn it! Just hammer it in.
just be our tagline.
Yeah, 1% correct.
So, tell me what you're drinking. Since we are the bottle buddies, let's get a little.
Oh, right in the mic. Yeah.
Yeah, right in the mic.
Oh no!
Oh god, that's a huge. Oh jeez.
That'll wake somebody up.
Yeah, that's gonna be a little
trying
loud.
to sleep to this, and then they just shoot up.
So what are you drinking?
Cider, because I'm what some kids would call a vagina.
Yeah. I'd say it's just like South Park when Stan starts growing vaginas all over his body because he's not eating meat.
That one was on today.
Was it?
Yeah, literally. That was right after the It episode.
Hell yeah, man. I am drinking Bud Light Lime.
Pussy.
That is hey, it's not made with corn syrup, which I don't know about Bud Light Lime, but Bud Light, that's apparently.
I mean,
it's not made with corn syrup, apparently. But yeah, that's definitely my go-to beer.
Do you drink Budweiser?
I was on a Budweiser kick for like a really long time, where that was because I felt cool. Like
that's alcoholic stuff.
But no, that was shortly after I turned 21. I was going into like what I would say an older crowd type bar, and most of the older men, I guess maybe this might be in movies where they're just they Budweiser, left, right, here, and then so I just started ordering Budweisers, trying to be looking older and cooler, and I actually genuinely like Budweisers, but anymore after I had the it was either I think it was the Jim Beam Budweiser. I tried that, and you know me, I don't waste alcohol. It's alcohol abuse if I spill a drink over. So it's not like I would pour out the 6-pack, but I genuinely did not enjoy that beer. That was gross.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the grossest thing I've ever drank. The first time I got what I would consider completely shit drunk was at a campground, and the people that were buying the alcohol were like, well, what do you want? We'll get you whatever you want. You're going to drink with us all weekend. And I'm like, all right. And the commercials for the Kraken spiced rum were out. And,
I remember that.
Yeah, and I was like, man, that's a cool fucking bottle. Man, it's got a squid on the front.
Yeah, a squid. Some calamari.
Yeah, and I was just like, it look like Jack Sparrow. And be a cool fucking pirate. And I like bought it. I was like, man, I'm gonna finish this weekend, and I'm gonna turn this. I'm gonna put some Christmas lights in this bottle, and everyone's gonna be like, damn, Mason, you're so cool. And I'll be like, shut up, bitch, I know it. And dude,
On your Bender impression.
Yeah, shut up, baby, I know it. But yeah, oh my god, I was drinking it straight. I didn't mix it with anything.
See, I don't think I've actually had, what was it called? The Kraken? Yeah, I don't think I've actually had that.
You're not missing much. Unless we get a sponsor, then it's the delicious.
It's the most delicious, the most, what is it, spiced rum?
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of rum, honestly. I'm not a hard liquor guy.
I was talking to one of my coworkers, and he was always talking about drinking rum and Coke and all that stuff. So I automatically assume it's like Captain, like spiced rum or something like that. Yeah. And I asked him, he's like, no, I usually drink Bacardis. And I'm like, because I think Bacardis make spiced rum, but like they're famous for like the clear stuff. Mm-hmm. He's like, no, like, white, fuck, I forgot my train of thought. White rum. And I was like, man, yeah, that's gonna be gross. I'm like, so you like Malibu and shit? He's like, no, Malibu's gross, which I agree. Malibu is, it's like, I don't like coconut.
Well, no,
it's unless I'm on the beach. I'll drink it if I'm on, like, sitting on the beach. And
when have you ever been on a beach to drink a coconut?
See, no, not like a coconut. Like Malibu is what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. I thought we were still on coconut. No. I'm like, you know what? I fucking hate coconuts, but if my toes are in the sand and I see some water, you goddamn right I'm drinking that coconut.
Toes in the water. No. Ass in the sand. Not a worry in the world, man.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, like, I'm just such a beer guy now. I mean, hell, you guys fed me that Jack and Coke. I was fuck you. You poured it.
Oh, that one night that you came over? Yeah.
Yeah,
I was already blitzed at that point, so.
You blitzed before I come over? Yeah,
what a surprise, Curtis. You're such a fucking functioning alcoholic. Sure, and just called me the FFA, Future Farmers of America.
Are you kidding me? Functioning what?
What did I call it? Fucking functioning alcoholic.
Okay, there we go. Where do you get the first? What's the second half? The functioning farmers alcoholic.
Oh shit!
That's all we got around here is farms.
Yeah, so I don't know if anybody been around. Well, I mean, okay, I'm just gonna shut that down for you.
You were gonna talk about Kokomo's history.
No, I was gonna talk about acting like people have listened to this podcast outside of Indiana, which
no one's listened to it because it hasn't been uploaded.
Well, I'm just saying, like, when that happens,
we're gonna have
any of the listeners are not gonna be outside of this.
Well, I think it's, what is it, 3?
That might be 1% correct.
Yeah. God damn it. I should have never brought that up. Well, it's 3:20 in the morning, so I guess if anyone's interested, we can give you the history of Kokomo, Indiana.
No thanks.
Started with James Kokomo.
We'll save that for Dan Carlin with his hardcore history podcast.
Welcome to Bottle Buddies, where we talk about superior podcasts.
We talk about the big dogs. Which I was looking on. I downloaded the app, the Google Podcast app. And I was looking at, and I searched Dan Carlin, and it pulled up. He only makes like a podcast like every 3 months.
Is that Hardcore History?
Yeah, Hardcore History. Yeah.
I tried to listen to one of those at work, and Jesus, like it's so good, and there's so much detail, but I kept getting lost.
Yeah.
Like I need to sleep to it.
Yeah.
His podcast is great, but you really need to have a moment where you can just sit down and
actually focus on what he's talking about.
Because if one person talked to me and I would defocus, it started with and then Hitler was born, and then when I refocused, it was just and then all the Jews were dead.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
What the hell did I miss?
You skipped however much time.
I feel like it was only 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'll say Well, that's how I am with Joe Rogan's podcast. I thoroughly enjoy it, and I watch it all the time. And I remember the one night that you came over and I was watching it. If I'm talking to someone, I have to pause it. Mm-hmm. Like I can't like have that as a background because it's so most of the people that he has on there and stuff are just so interesting, and he's so knowledgeable, and everything that they talk about, really good topics. You know, it's something that you really need to focus on, and it's, I don't know.
Joe Rogan has this really weird effect, and like I won't talk about it just in case like people. I mean, everyone knows who Joe Rogan is, but like I don't need to sit here and suck his balls on.
Yeah, we don't need.
But what I will say is like I feel like there are these certain people where like everyone has these in their life, like a friend or a family member, and like you cannot necessarily like a person, mm-hmm. but then you can hear this friend or family member or someone you look up to be like, yeah, I think he's pretty cool. And
yeah.
You'd be like, man, I think he's pretty cool.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
And like, I think I have a real problem with Joe Rogan with that, because he has people on there that I like, be like, what? I don't care for this person. Why do I care? And then like after hearing him talk on Joe Rogan, I'm like, that guy's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like the word of mouth advertising thing.
Yeah.
You know, because what's the most effective type of advertising is, you know, your buddy vouching for this service or whatever it may be. Like, oh, well, my buddy's looking for a mechanic.
Yeah.
Well, you know, what's the best mechanic? You could see all the commercials in the world for all these different mechanics. But if your buddy comes up, and they could really be really great mechanics, but if your buddy comes up and says, oh, hey, you know, Joe Schmo on that mm-hmm. corner is really good, and he could be the shittiest mechanic, but he's going to go to him because his friend referred him and he trusts his friend. It's the word of mouth advertising, yeah. So, I mean,
it's not about what you know, it's about who you know now.
Yeah. Sure.
I mean, it is.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Don't give me a fucking... Sure.
Well, I mean, like, never mind. I don't know what I was going to say. I'm a dumbass. It's all good.
We're running out of beer.
Well, yeah. You know, the funny thing is we're supposed to start this whole podcast off with 6 full beers, and, you know, starting each one with the 6-pack, and hence the Bottle Buddies thing. And
yeah.
I think we started here with, what, 3 beers each?
If my math is correct, yes.
Considering that there's 6 total bottles on this table.
3 are yours and 3 are mine.
I don't know. I can't really tell the difference.
3. There's 3 beers. But we've been drinking before, though.
Yeah, I would say me and Katie had 2 or 3.
Your wife?
Yeah, my wife, and then so I've had, well,
you had a 12-pack and she had 3.
Yeah, once I finish these, it'll be 9.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah.
So
I had
I don't work tomorrow. It's all good.
I do. I work every day.
That sucks.
Oh well.
It's like 3 hours a day.
It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you're right. It does matter. I don't work hard. No one needs to work hard. This is why we do this.
That's all right. You know, the funny thing is, when I was first looking at that radio application, when I sent in
you applied for a radio job.
Yeah. When I was first looking at the description of it, it said on the air 3 to 6 p.m. every day. I was like, oh shit. You know, that's all I got to do. 3 days every day, 3 hours every day. But you know, after the interview and whatnot, it's definitely not the case.
It's almost like they want to pay you to have responsibility.
I mean, the title of the position when it was when you're applying for it, it says program director or / manager, whatever word you want to use, program manager / on-air talent. Which, after the interview, I realized that's exactly what the position is. Mm-hmm. However, in my mind, I'm like, on-air talent. You're just gonna be on the radio.
You just forgot.
I was just like, fuck the whole program director position part of it. You're just on the air. You're talking and.
Let's say you get this job.
Okay, go for it.
And let's
shoot.
Let's say that you get the job, and then let's say that you get big, Mr. Radio Man, and then one day you're just like, hey, I got this podcast called Bottle Buddies. People should go listen, and then. They go back to that first episode and you're like, I didn't know I was going to be the fucking manager of this goddamn radio station.
Well, see, I think this is where I would, I feel like I would have a little bit of common sense to not advertise this podcast on like a radio station. I mean, yeah, for my last day, because I feel like I'd get fired for, advertising something of my own.
Word of mouth.
But the word of mouth, I mean, that'd be awesome. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, last ditch effort to try and publicize this thing or whatever. But
maybe we can promote your radio station on here.
I think that'd be cool. Where's my phone? Can I see your phone?
No.
All right, I'm gonna go get my phone real quick. I'll be right back.
I mean, what am I supposed to do?
Oh, you'll be all right. But it's only gonna take
Did
5
you just
seconds.
want this?
Oh shit! I could have just looked at that.
The paper that was 2 inches in front of your face.
God, I'm such an idiot. Let me look at this. Yeah, it's 102.3 The River. That's WLHM in Logansport.
For all our Hoosiers out there.
And then there's the
Wait, there's a country radio station?
Well, yeah, there's 3 of them. Mine, there it goes.
Nope.
Let's see, WHCR, which is Hoosier Country, 103.7 FM. And then WSAL Logansport is 12:30 AM. So those are the 3 stations that physical station runs.
What's your favorite type of music?
Oh, on a daily basis, I wouldn't say it's the type of music that I listen to. It's mainly a particular artist. However, my favorite type of music is like classic rock, like 70s, late 60s, all 70s era.
So you
rock.
you were back when rock was like fight the man, kind of. You kind of like coming up and being like, I mean, not necessarily like heavy metal, but kind of like maybe like a little anti-establishment. It wasn't too understood, like Motley Crue. You know what I mean?
No, that's like 80s. Like
Well,
like late 70s, like
Oh,
late 60s all the way to late 70s.
Okay.
So like I'll give you an example, like Rush,
Okay.
Aerosmith, The Doors, which those are more late 60s.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah.
So follow-up question: since that's your favorite type of music, why are you fucking selling out to the man and trying to run a country radio?
No. The River, which is 102.3 WLHM.
There you go.
That one is it's a classic hits format.
Oh,
so
you're
that's
not selling out.
that's like 65 to 76 type music.
Well,
so
right on, brother. You're not selling out.
yeah. I would say in the WJEF, the student run radio at Jefferson High School, what I used to do in high school, their format was oldies, but they played. They had some late 90s stuff on there because of the type of music that they played. It wasn't necessarily, certain bands from certain decades or whatever. It was the style of music that artists played that sounded oldies. And because they only had like 1 or 2 Rush songs on there. Excuse me.
Yeah, the bourbon is going to be an issue.
but those Rush songs
changed your life.
They fit the oldies format is what I'm trying to say. So.
Well, like the best of the 80s were the mediocres of the 70s and then all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
You getting text from your waifu.
Yeah. That was like 30 minutes ago. So.
Oh, whatever. Ignore.
So, 10 minutes before we started this.
Hey, whatever. Oh, man. Well, I don't have that much beer left, so I like to ask questions when I get drunk. You ever heard a urban myth that you believed for way too long?
I feel like there is, but I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Good, because I have one.
Okay, shoot.
It was the scariest way I ever thought there was to die. There was a big urban legend, and I think it pops up every time there's a forest fire, is that after the forest fire is cleared, then they go in trying to, like, find survivors if there aren't any. There's always an urban legend that pops up that there's a guy in a scuba suit that they find in the middle of the fucking forest. You ever hear this?
Yes, I've heard of that.
Yeah. I used to think that shit was real. And for anyone that doesn't know what that means, it means that one of the helicopters that goes and scoops up water from the ocean picked up a scuba. It means they picked up a scuba diver in their fucking water bucket and then dumped it over a forest fire. And I know it's fake. Now because I was 22 when I figured out that never happened.
Jesus
But
Christ.
can you imagine how fucking scary that would be? Like
that would be terrifying.
That used to be the scary. Like you're just swimming and then all of a sudden you're just in a fucking bucket.
Is that really where they get that water though?
Yeah.
Do they really scoop it? That's got to be at least 1% accurate.
Shut up.
Well, because when I think of the water being spread on like those really big forest fires, I think of like the jumbo jets that jar up water.
Well, yeah, they do that, but they also have.
I know they have helicopters and stuff. Yeah. Like I'm aware of that, but
yeah, I'm sure the jumbo jets get filled up at like a terminal or something. But like for constant things, you probably have helicopters that'll go out to like empty bodies of water and stuff like that. So I mean, maybe it's happened.
I mean, that'd be scary, man.
I mean,
think about it. You're just checking out some. Let's just give Australia for example, because there's coral reefs and shit, and I feel like there'd be more scuba divers out there.
I mean, you would hope.
So let's just say, for the sake of argument, you're just chilling.
Yeah.
You're snorkeling around some fucking coral
Finding some
reefs
Nemo
and whatnot, and then fucking all of a sudden there's this
You're in the
big ass. You're like Toy Story. You're like, the
claw.
the claw, and it just comes down, scoops your ass up, and you're just kind of like
You can't do anything
suspended in this water for God knows how long they fucking fly.
Yeah, like so.
And then they just drop your ass 100 feet to your fucking death. How awful
In a scuba
would that
suit.
be? Yeah, in a scuba suit. Like,
So not only did you just go from the sea to the air, now you're fucking free falling over a burning forest.
oh my God.
And like to me,
That might be some altitude sickness right
yeah,
there.
yeah. Oh, I thought this would be a fun segment. So, what does everybody like to talk about when they get drunk? Magicians dying. Dying magicians. Magic. These people that are supposed to bring you joy and magic.
Is that
Dying.
Is that what you enjoy talking about when you're drunk?
I mean, at 3 a.m.
Yeah, sure. I'll bite.
Yeah, so I'm going to butcher this. Sigmund Negeber.
Okay.
That sounds a little racist.
Let me see that.
It's German.
Sigmund Nedberger.
Nedberger. Okay, whatever.
Newberger. Yeah.
But he was otherwise known as the Great Lafayette.
Oh shit.
Yeah. German magician. Loved animals.
Okay.
Absolutely loved animals. He had, what kind of dog was this? A terrier.
Okay.
Named Beauty. It was a gift from Harry
Named
Houdini.
Beauty.
Yeah, Beauty. He loved
You
his
said it was
dog.
a gift from Houdini?
Harry Houdini.
Oh, alright.
So he was the greatest. He was one of the greatest, if not the greatest at the time, German magician. And he had this dog. He owned. The dog had a diamond-studded collar and would eat 5-course meals.
Oh my God.
4 days before the opening
I
of the
thought
show.
my kids were spoiled.
They're not. You're a terrible father. But 4 days before the opening of the show, Beauty died. And he loved the dog so much that he actually said, he came up with a deal that once he died, he wanted to be buried with a dog in the town.
Okay.
So, like, I mean, none of that really matters. He just really loved animals. So on the opening night, this was in 1911, there was a fire in the show while he was performing his signature trick.
You said 1911?
Yeah.
Is that was Chicago Fire in 1908, something like that?
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's got to be at least 1%.
Are you saying it was his fault?
No, I'm just I didn't know what city he was
Yeah, it
performing
was
in.
May 9th, so we're coming at it's kind of close. But apparently the trick was called the Lion's Bride. I could not find what that was. He managed to get out of the fire,
Okay.
but he ran back inside
Oh God.
to save a horse.
He didn't say, was his dog safe?
This dog's been dead.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, the dog's dead. Thanks for listening. But yeah, he ran back inside to save a stupid fucking
because he's
horse.
an animal lover.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was part of the show, and that killed him.
Oh Jesus.
Going back in to save a damn horse, along with 10 other people.
Like 10 people were trying to save him, or just 10
Just
people
10 people
died?
at the show.
Okay.
And that is because the side doors to the show were locked because he didn't want people sneaking in. And his body was laid to rest next to his beloved dog.
Oh my fucking God.
Isn't that a good story?
Yeah, that was. I wish I could clap but I'd clap too loud in the mic.
You just burp in the mic.
Holy shit, that's
Yeah.
too fucking funny.
So I love reading about magicians dying, and I wanted
and
to
the way that they die.
'Cause
What a dummy.
Because he probably had a stupid hat on. Fucking cape. Trying to,
The little tuxedo tails.
trying to pull this fucking horse out of a burning fire.
Oh Jesus.
Alec, can move your ass, horse.
He should have just like David Copperfield his ass out of there.
Yeah, it's fucking magic. Do you believe in psychics?
In what facet do you mean?
I didn't know there were facets.
I mean, explain.
Do you believe there's people that they can
define
see
it.
the future and like tell you information of what's going to happen?
If there is, I don't think it's as common as today's world would have you believe. because I feel like on every fucking Taps or Ghost Adventure show, there's some kind of psychic or fucking medium, excuse me. So I feel like if there is, it's not as common as what people would have you believe.
Yeah. Also, the reason I don't believe in it at all,
okay,
is because there, I believe, don't quote me on this, is a study or a group that is offering, if there's any psychics listening, just look it up, a psychic, if they can predict the future accurately to this group, but beyond a shadow of a doubt, they will pay them, I think, upwards of like $50,000.
Huh.
And so they've literally broadcast it, and they've been like, if there's anyone psychic that can tell us certain information about what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks, like what we ask you, and you can answer it, and it comes true, I want to say it's upwards of like 50,000. Because
that'd be cool.
Yeah, and the fact that because
shit, I'd try. I'd just try and throw some shit out there, and if it just happens, then cool, man.
I mean, yeah,
the winning numbers of this lottery are.
Well, then you don't need shit. Yeah,
then you wouldn't need that 50,000. That'd be fucking cool.
50,000 would be nice, though. Money's just.
All right, I'll open up my last beer.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish this one real quick.
Don't be a pussy.
Okay, well, I won't be, Mom.
Oh yeah, is that how she talks to
you? Fuck you, Dad.
You're not my dad. Oh shit, man. It's been a crazy time. You know, the funny thing is we had talked about starting this podcast. Oh man, that was almost like a year ago, wasn't it?
I honestly think we brought it up one time on the ambulance together.
Yeah.
I mean, that was over a year ago, and we haven't worked in that together forever.
I would say that's almost been almost 3 years.
If we keep doing this, we're gonna have to invest in like a fucking cooler to keep the ice in.
Yeah,
it just got warmer and warmer.
My beer is starting to get warm, but I'm not a pussy. I'm gonna finish it.
It's starting to taste less like lime and more like light.
Yeah, definitely.
Ugh.
All the lime's evaporating out of it.
It's so hard because we're like trying to be quiet, so we're close to the mic, but I keep needing to burp.
You keep what?
Keep needing to burp.
Yeah,
I'm like trying not to burp into the microphone.
I'll say, like, I don't know if the vaping's coming through, but
I'm sure it is.
You know, I'm coming over all the way over there. So, but yeah, I'm honestly really glad that we started to do this. You know, even if anything doesn't come of it, you know, it's fucking a lot of fun, man. Yeah. It's a blast.
And my thing is like we don't really have a structure for it, but I mean it doesn't really matter because there's gonna be things like I said.
And there might be a structure that comes along in the future.
Yeah.
And we might find our niche. I think is the word.
Gimmick. How about you say gimmick?
Yeah, because I hate that word. It's like cash. You know, the CACHE, like the computer term.
Oh,
like
I thought you were spelling money like cash. I was about to say, man, you fucked that
like
up.
your data cache.
Yeah.
Or the cake is what I always called it.
The cake. Yeah.
I don't know why. See, I don't know, like niche and Nick. And,
I hate the word Q.
Yeah,
like
QUEUE.
I used to call it queen.
Yeah, QUing.
Yeah, queuing.
I don't know. It's just a bunch of weird words. But yeah, if we find our niche, then cool, man. That might come along.
The way I think about it is that, like, if we find things that are interesting to talk about, whether they be current or, like, dead magicians.
That's so correct.
Yeah, then, like, we could be like, hey, dude, I have this thing that I want to talk about.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
I'll bring it up. How about I bring the beer, you bring the Mac, and we'll
have a party, man.
And then if people want to be cool and sit here and listen and drink, maybe on the job,
drink beers, all listen to Bottle Buddies.
Yeah, to be a real bottle buddy for the t-shirts that we might or may not make. Then
eventually, let's get some interviews and we'll have some structured topics. And stuff like that.
And we can get like bottle buddy episodes where it gets like a little bit heavier and a little bit weirder. But I mean, it's 3:00 in the morning, or what is it? Almost 4 now.
It's almost 4, yeah.
Yeah, and that's awesome. We haven't been doing this, so we're almost out of beer, and it's making me upset.
I feel like we should save a little bit of beer and watch another episode of Breaking Bad. What do you say?
That's true, but
what?
I do want to do one special thing.
All right, go ahead.
Because I don't think we're going to be able to record until next week.
Yeah, probably not.
So, I want to go ahead and do what I was telling you about. And my thing is, it's not going to be every week. It's not going to be every episode.
Okay.
But WrestleMania
Oh God.
is this Sunday.
Uh-huh.
So I've got wrestling on the brain.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, like, man, who's the best bottle buddy that we could have ever had? Andre the Giant.
Oh shit! Yeah. He what was it? I don't know how many beers he drank.
Oh, I've got it for you.
But yeah, I remember a 12-ounce. Seeing the picture of the 12-ounce can looked like those 8-ounce cans.
Yeah,
the mini Cokes.
Yeah, it's incredible. So Andre the Giant was on record. It changes everywhere you go because every wrestling promotion would bill him as something to sell. 9 feet tall, 8.5 feet tall.
Yeah.
I think the record is 7'4", 520 pounds.
Jesus,
a
man.
Gigantic man.
That is a big man.
He has the...
And he was in Princess Bride.
He was in Princess Bride.
That's a great fucking movie.
So I have a bunch of Andre the Giant drinking stories that people have... And I wouldn't miss
didn't he drink like 120 some 12-ounce beers?
100... I'll start with that one. 119 12-ounce beers in 6 hours.
And all these frat kids are doing the dirty 30 fucking challenge over the course of 12 or 24 hours, something like that.
So here's a couple that I can find. I know there's more. When he quit drinking to slim down to a whopping 475 pounds.
So he lost 125 pounds.
He still drank.
Or you said 475?
475.
Okay, so he lost 50 pounds. Yeah. Okay.
So he still drank 5 bottles of wine at dinner.
Oh my God.
He rang up a $40,000 bar tab while filming The Princess Bride.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That sounds like Shaq at Walmart.
Yeah.
Jesus.
He drank 119 beers in 6 hours. That I believe there's another one that's unofficial where he drank like 156 beers. I might have that one.
164, I feel like.
Yeah. So and then him and Ric Flair.
Oh, of course. Woo!
Yeah, Ric Flair one night drank a plane dry.
Drink a what?
A 747 plane.
Oh, drink it dry.
On their way to Japan to wrestle. Ric Flair swears by this. Drank every bottle of vodka on that plane.
Oh my God.
He drank a case of wine in 3 hours.
Jesus, they've got it. The funny thing about drinking on an airplane is that you can drink on the airplane as much as you want. However, if you're to try and get on an airplane when you're drunk, they'll refuse you.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, sorry about your luck, man. You're drunk.
Yeah. It sucks. Drank 40 vodka tonics.
Oh, Jesus.
And this is a good story. Hey,
at least he's drinking water with his
vodka.
Yeah,
whatever. So he went to the bar, like, Bobby the Brain Heenan was his manager or whatever, his fucking wrestling manager.
Sure, okay.
So he went to this bar, and the guy was like, is Andre with you tonight? Heenan's like, no. And he's like, thank fucking God. And because he says, last time Andre was here, we gave last call, but he didn't want to leave. So then he said, the only way I can keep the bar open is if you're drinking the whole time. So Andre orders 40 fucking vodka and tonics.
My God.
And proceeds to drink them. So it was like 3 a.m. when they called it. He finished them at 4 in the morning. So he drank 40 vodka tonics.
God.
Yeah, I looked it up. His unofficial record is 156 beers in one sitting, which is 14.6 gallons of beer.
14.6 gallons
of beer.
The funny thing is about that. So when you fill up a growler, that is 64 ounces, which is a half a gallon.
Yeah,
and I get drunk off of a whole growler.
14.6 gallons is exactly 1,872 ounces.
Jesus, man.
All in one sitting. And the last one I have, one of the last ones, Hulk Hogan claims that Andre had a layover on his flight. Called Hogan, which was right around the corner, and was like, I have an hour layover. Let's get some drinks.
Yeah.
Hogan goes, I don't know, depending on what your opinion is on Hogan, this is either fake or not.
Okay.
But apparently, in the 45 minutes that they were able to drink together, 102 beers.
Fake. That's got to be fake.
That's
got to be fake. 102 beers in 45 minutes.
Maybe they were all duels.
Even your stomach either even Andre the Giant, combining those two people, there's no way. Okay, the only way I would believe that the tab might have 102 beers on it. Them two drinking those 102 beers, I don't believe that.
You might be right.
Yeah, because I could totally see them buying rounds for the whole bar. And then having a couple of buddies come over and, like, each of them have, like, 10 beers. Yeah. I could see 10 beers in 45 minutes.
I could see a lot more for Andre.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Like, him, like, maybe like 15, 20. But...
And the last one, which is real, I don't remember the exact circumstances because I couldn't find it again. But...
Go for it.
Andre got super fucking shit-faced, was walking up to the hotel room, just fell down.
Oh, shit.
On a side note...
That's a big fall. Yeah.
On a side note, Andre's fallen down in New York City and hurt somebody.
Oh, God.
Like, literally, seriously hurt somebody.
That'd be brutal.
So he falls down in this hotel room. Or, not in the hotel room, in the hotel hallway. They couldn't move him. They couldn't wake him up. And so what they fucking did is they just got the workers to put red velvet rope around him like a fucking exhibit for the night because no one could move him.
That's hilarious. Yeah, it's like a fucking museum. Don't touch.
Yeah,
just look.
Walking to your room and seeing a 7'4", 520-pound drunk fucking giant. Thank God he wasn't a violent drunk.
Shit, I'll drink a beer to that.
Yeah, so fucking here's to you, Andre. Fucking if you can find a better drunk with better drunk stories than Andre the Giant, I don't know.
I mean, definitely. I feel like that's something we're gonna have to research and definitely incorporate into this. Yeah, that's
great drunk stories in history, and man,
I mean, hell, we could even do a mix between drunk stories and Dan Carlin's hardcore history. Make drunk history.
I think that's a show.
I feel like we'd be ripping something off at that point though. So probably not.
I wouldn't be able to tell you, but yeah, man, I think this was fun. I think drinking is fun.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because we're cool.
We're hanging out. It's cool, and we're gonna hang out after this podcast ends. So
yeah. So I mean, I say we just call this an episode, and yeah, fucking.
Thanks for listening. Yeah. If you are listening,
thanks for being a bottle buddy.
Next week, we'll definitely have to. We'll record next week for sure.
More Dead Magicians.
I'll say what's tonight? Thursday morning, Wednesday night, whatever. Probably sometime around then, and. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, definitely. We'll find some more topics. I mean, tonight was kind of no research involved, just kind of a whim, just talking like some two drunk motherfuckers. Yep. Which is the basis of this.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, it's just. Yeah, I mean, the whole thought process behind this is everyone has conversations with their buddies when they're drunk. Mm-hmm. Why don't we record it and broadcast it to the world? And they
can get drunk while they're listening to this. Yeah, definitely.
If we ever got a following, we can have conversations and answer questions, just all that fun stuff. But yeah, the next week or whenever we do this again, I'll come at you with another Dead Magician story.
Yeah, definitely. That's a fucking treat, man. Oh, that is a treat, and I'll try to limit my. That's got to be at least 1%, correct?
I'm sure you won't, and we will. Yeah, I don't remember what I was going to say. I was going to say we'll just see everybody next time. And, peace out. Stay drunk.
Have a good week, man.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.